In continuation to the previous lecture, today we will start biochemical cycles of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur and oxygen. The elements and compounds that sustain us cycle endlessly through living things and environment. Substances can move quickly or slowly. You might store carbon for hours or days, while carbon is stored in the earth for millions of years. When human activity alters flow rates of storage time in these natural cycles, overwhelming the environment's ability to process these substances, they can become pollutants. Carbon cycle. Carbon is the building material of all living organisms. All the organic compounds have carbon as the basic component. It is present in food materials as carbohydrate, proteins, fats and amino acids. The basic movement of carbon is from atmospheric reservoir to producer to consumer and from both these groups to decomposers and then back to atmosphere. The main source of all carbon found in living organism is carbon dioxide and dissolved carbon dioxide in water. In atmosphere, the concentration of carbon dioxide should be 0.03 to 0.04% in natural way, but due to industries and other sources, this percentage is increasing. During photosynthesis, plants utilize carbon dioxide to form carbohydrate and release oxygen in presence of sunlight. This oxygen is utilized by animals. All the organic compounds are also oxidized to water and carbon dioxide in different processes where carbon dioxide is utilized by plants while water is absorbed by soil for use of plants, and in this way the process of photosynthesis by plants and decomposition of organic compounds continues in nature to release carbon dioxide. The aquatic carbon dioxide reacts with water in soil to form carbonic acid, which dissociate into bicarbonate and hydrogen ions. As all the processes are reversible, hence carbonate or bicarbonate ions on combination with hydrogen ions lead to the formation of atmospheric carbon dioxide. By the activities of bacteria and fungi, the carbon which is locked up in animal waste and in protoplasm of animals and plants is also released in the atmosphere. Carbon serves a dual purpose for organism. First is it is a structural component of organic molecules, and second is chemical bonds in carbon compounds provide metabolic energy. The carbon cycle begins with photosynthetic organism taking up carbon dioxide. Once a carbon atom is incorporated into organic compounds, its path to recycling may be very quick or extremely slow. Imagine for a moment what happens to a simple sugar molecule you swallow in a glass of fruit juice. The sugar molecule is absorbed into your bloodstream where it is made available to your cells for cellular respiration or for making more complex biomolecules. If it is used in respiration, you may exhale the same carbon atom as a carbon dioxide in an hour or less, and a plant could take up that exhalt of carbon dioxide the same afternoon. Alternatively, your body may use that sugar molecule to make larger organic molecules that become part of your cellular structure. The carbon atom in the sugar molecule could remain a part of your body until it decays after death. Similarly, carbon in the wood of a 1,000-year-old tree will be released only when fungi and bacteria digest the wood and release carbon dioxide as a byproduct of their respiration. Sometimes recycling takes a very long time. Coal and oil are compressed, chemically altered remains of plants or microorganisms that lived millions of years ago. Their carbon atoms are not released until the coal and oil are burned. Enormous amount of carbon also are locked up as calcium carbonate used to build shells and skeletons of marine organisms from tiny protozoans to corals. The world's extensive surface limestone deposits are biological formed calcium carbonate from ancient oceans exposed by geological events. The carbon in limestone has been locked away for millennia, which is probably the fate of carbon currently being deposited in ocean sediments. Eventually, even the deep ocean deposits are recycled as they are drawn into deep molten layers and released via volcanic activity. Geologists estimate that every carbon atom on the earth has made about 30 such round trips over the last 4 billion years. Materials that store carbon, including geologic formations and standing forests, are known as carbon sinks. When carbon is released from these sinks, as when we burn fossil fuels and inject carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, so when we clear extensive forests, natural recycling systems may not be able to keep up. This is the root of the global warming problem. This is the carbon cycle.